The feeling that I want people to feel when they walk into a folk design space is a sense of calm, and making the experience feel joyous and easy. I'm Mariah Burton. I co-founded Folk Studio back in 2018 with my business partner, Chris Pillane. We specialise in residential and commercial design from concept to completion. I've wanted to be an interior designer since I was about 7. Colour theory, textures and building a room has always been very natural and innate. I've got a very strong visual mind. I used to conduct consults on my street for the kids. So I used to go to my neighbour's home and I'd be like, we need to just change, things up here. So it's been quite innate for me my whole life. I started out doing property styling and lighting design and product design, and then I landed on furniture design, which I really loved. And then I went into interior design and worked for some of Australia's leading design firms. What I found was a big disconnect between that human experience and that connection and approach to clients. And for me, I really wanted to bridge the gap between client and designer. One of the biggest projects we've ever had at Folk was actually when I started Folk at 23. And so to be trusted with quite a lot of money for particular projects at such a young age was quite tricky. I always felt like a little bit of an imposter, but for me, design has always been so innate and something that I just love that I would do it for free. I think I've become quite well versed in understanding how people want to live in their homes. I think when you walk into somebody's home, they often say to me, don't look around, none of this reflects who I am. But for me, I'm picking up all of these key details and actually building a picture about who they are and understanding who they want to be and how their home reflects them. It's all about enhancing people's mental and physical well-being, and I just know the impact that good design has on your everyday, and it's just always driven me to do more, and I feel like I have so much more to give still. I am heavily inspired by my clients. Every time we take on a project, I become quite invested in just the minute, mundane, everyday of what their day looks like. What do they like to do when they come home? Where do they see themselves in 5 or 10 years? And it's quite a magical job to be able to foresee who they are now, but who they want to be in the future. All of these things inform the design brief, and I become quite invested in who they are as a person and where they want to be. If a client says, this is not my forever home, well then it really informs the furniture selection. And when we're looking at the living room, we need flexible furniture, and that often means modular configurations, which is really why we love the King Aura sofa and the freedom and flexibility that it serves. Good design is when form follows function. So the space is practical, it's functional for the clients, but it's also custom to the way that they live. And of course, it's beautiful. When you nail all of those things, you've done your job. I was introduced to the 1977 sofa via one of my colleagues when we were sourcing furniture for one of our projects in the Inner West, and we all fell in love with it. Right after shooting that project, I myself got a 1977 sofa, one of my colleagues did too, and we continue to spec it now. Each space should have a different impact. It should make people feel different things, but at the end of the day, all I care about is how the clients feel, and I want them to feel serene. And making the experience feel joyous and easy. I didn't follow anybody, I didn't ask anybody, I didn't have any kind of mentor. I just kind of built my own lane basically and continued to back myself. And I think 7 years later, it's hopefully paid off.